The new iPhone 17 Pro is almost here, but the spotlight today isn't on the phone itself, it's on something far more unexpected, Apple's so-called clear phone cases. And here's the twist. They're not really clear, at least not in the way you'd imagine. Apple has always marketed these cases as a way to show off the design of your iPhone while still keeping it protected. But this year, things are different. The iPhone 17 Pro clear cases actually come with a big, solid white section that covers most of the back. So instead of a clean, see-through case that lets you admire your $1,000 device, you're essentially getting a partly opaque cover that hides a good chunk of it. Now, to be fair, Apple's clear cases have never been fully transparent. They've always had some opaque areas, usually around the MagSafe ring. But this time, the non-clear part is much larger, making the case look more like a hybrid between a clear and a standard silicone cover. And that's where the problem lies. When you buy something marketed as clear, you expect to actually see the phone you're paying for, not just fragments of it through awkward cutouts. Why does this matter? Because Apple knows that a huge part of its appeal comes from design. People don't just buy iPhones for performance, they buy them because they look and feel premium. If you're spending over $1,000 on a device, you probably want to show it off. That's why clear cases became so popular in the first place. They gave you the best of both worlds, protection and visibility. But with this year's design, Apple seems to have gone in the opposite direction. Part of the reason might be the iPhone 17 Pro camera module. It's even bigger this year, which leaves very little room for a sleek and balanced case design. The result is a cutout that feels clunky and leaves the clear aspect of the case almost as an afterthought. And if you look at it objectively, the design feels less like Apple's usual attention to detail and more like a compromise. For some users, this will be a deal breaker. If you actually want a transparent case to show off the phone's natural finish, whether it's titanium, graphite, or one of the new colors, you'll likely need to look at third-party options. There are plenty of accessory brands that specialize in truly clear cases, and I expect them to see a lot more attention this year. But here's where things get interesting. This isn't the first time Apple accessories have sparked controversy. Think about the Apple polishing cloth, the $19 microfiber square that became a meme, or the fine woven cases from the iPhone 15 era that got slammed for poor durability. Apple accessories have always had this split. Some are brilliantly designed, and others leave people scratching their heads. The iPhone 17 Pro clear case seems to fall into that second category. Now, personally, I've never been big on cases to begin with. I like the feel of the phone as Apple designed it, the materials, the weight, the finish. A case always seems like a compromise. But I also get why cases are essential for most people. iPhones are expensive, and one drop can easily turn into a costly repair. That's why the disappointment with these cases stings a bit more, because they're supposed to be functional without hiding the beauty of the device. But this year they're doing the exact opposite. Of course, not everyone will care. Some people just want protection, and if the case does the job, that's enough. Plus, Apple isn't leaving you with just one option. Alongside the clear case, you're getting new silicone cases in a variety of bold colors, and even the new tech-woven cases that add some texture and personality. If you're the type who likes to switch things up anyway, you might find these alternatives more appealing. Still, the bigger takeaway here is how even the smallest accessory can change the perception of a product launch. The iPhone 17 Pro itself is shaping up to be a powerful device, but instead of people talking about its performance or design, we're here discussing a case that doesn't live up to its own name. That says a lot about how closely people scrutinize Apple's every move. So if you're eyeing the iPhone 17 Pro and considering Apple's clear case, just know what you're getting into. It won't give you the pure, transparent look you might expect. And honestly, you might be happier exploring third-party alternatives or Apple's colorful silicone lineup. In the end, it comes down to what matters more to you, the practicality of protection or the satisfaction of showing off your iPhone's design. With the iPhone 17 Pro, Apple's own clear case makes you choose instead of letting you have both. And that's a choice I think many users won't be too happy about. What's your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments section. See you in the next video. Take care.